Hey, Deanna, I am so excited we finally got together to go over your 3-day trial. So first, I always like to let people know, who we are and what we do. So some things that, one, you're going to be getting is one-on-one coaching, accountability.
Yes.
And I know we're going to be talking about what results you're going to be looking for. You're going to get awesome results and a healthy, active lifestyle. So what I want to do first is just ask you a few questions.
Okay.
I know you told me that, one reason that you were looking to lose some weight was your anniversary. So how many years?
30 years.
30 years. And what month?
Next June.
Next June.
Yes.
That's exciting. So how much weight are you looking to lose?
25 pounds.
Okay, 25.
Yes.
Okay,
So
great.
that's why I'm starting now.
Well, yeah. And, and I told you, healthy, active lifestyle. It's not just like for a month. I, teach people to have healthy, active lifestyle for life. So tell me some things, or I guess, have you tried some things before to lose weight?
Slim Fast.
Slim Fast. Okay.
Yeah.
How did that work?
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
I just didn't like the taste.
Okay.
Forced it down.
Okay.
And gained my weight right back.
Okay. Now, I know you're a busy mom, so eating 3 meals a day, do you feel you get that in 3 times a day?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll put sometimes.
Yes,
okay.
Not always.
So when you don't, what meals do you find yourself skipping?
Breakfast.
Okay. Now, typically when people do skip, that usually is the one that they skip. So snacking throughout the day, do you find yourself getting some snacks in? And if so, what do you kind of grab?
Maybe something with carbs like crackers, popcorn, chips.
Do you snack much at night?
Probably, yes. Ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, that's an easy one to grab and to sit down and watch a little TV and have a big bowl of ice cream. Yes.
Yes.
So eating out, what would you say, how many times a week would you eat out, do you think?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Do you have any go-tos, like this is where I like to eat out?
Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pizza.
Okay. Coffee. I know you talked about how you loved coffee. So you're like coffee. How do you like your coffee?
A latte.
Ooh.
Usually.
Does that require a lot of sugar?
Probably, but no one's told me how much sugar. So I just, out of mind.
I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but I know that they can have a lot of sugar in them. How about water? Are you a good water drinker?
I try, but not very successful. I'd say need to work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So busy mom and, having a full-time job, where do you find like you're the most tired?
Definitely about the time I get the kids from school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time would you say?
Like late afternoon.
Okay. About 4 o'clock?
4.
Okay. It's hitting you, that exhaustion, like, whoa, I need a nap kind of feeling?
I need my second win for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And then do you find throughout the day there's certain times like I'm so hungry, like I'm starving? Is there any times during the day?
At night.
Okay. Yeah. Nighttime. And that's probably when we're grabbing that big bowl of ice cream that you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when you do have breakfast, about what time are you having breakfast?
Around 8.
Okay.
Or earlier. Just
okay. How about lunch?
1 o'clock.
Okay. And then dinner?
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Okay. So for lunch, let's just think yesterday. What did you have for lunch yesterday?
Lunch, I had a tuna fish sandwich.
Okay. And then what about dinner?
Dinner, we ate out. Mexican.
Mexican.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Very good. All right. So that just gives me a good baseline to help you as we're going through our 3-day trial. Okay. So I want to go to and just show you what different types of, when we eat breakfast, don't eat breakfast. So if we have one that's carb-based, I just want to show you, and this is going to be our insulin level or that energy. So let's say you had a bowl of sugary cereal. It's going to be, you feel really good, and then we're going to go down. And then throughout the day, what happens is we tend to go up, down, up, down. Right. But it also is going to take that energy that's converted is going to be stored as fats. Okay? Now, if we do skip the breakfast, which is typically what a lot of people will do, is, you wake up and you're hungry, but whether we just don't take the time or we're not sure what to eat, then we're going to eventually get so hungry, we probably load ourselves again with that sugar. And then that excess sugar is going to be stored as fat. What I want to show you, notice this line's just little dips in here. This is going to be our balanced protein-based breakfast, which equals less fat. So you're going to have that energy throughout the whole day instead of feel good and then tired, feel good, crash, and then we're grabbing the carbs and the sugars. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Yes.
So what I want to show you is, I know you talked about losing about 25 pounds. Where would you see yourself as far as the percent of body fat? Which one would you say, this is where I would totally see myself?
Probably here or here.
Okay, so somewhere between 25 and 30%. That's awesome. It just gives us a good visual, to take a look at.
Yeah.
So what I want to do next is show you our 3-day track. Comes in this cool little pouch. Okay. And so we have 6 of these meals. Right. This is going to be our cookies and cream meal replacement shake. The cookies and cream is our #1 flavor, so that's why they have them in the packets.
I love it.
So also, I have everything I'm going to tell you right now is on the sheet. So it'll be a good one to just reference back to, so you don't have to remember everything that I just say, okay?
All right.
So what you're going to do with this is going to replace breakfast and lunch. This is going to be your meal. You're going to mix it with water, and you can either blend it or you can shake it. So take 8 ounces of water, put it, you have a blender at home?
I do.
Okay, cool. And then you're going to put about a cup of ice and just blend it. Tastes amazing, and just dump it out. Or you can rip it open, and you have one of those shakers that has like that wire whisk kind of ball.
I know we have a couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
So put that in there. And now you're going to do is about 12 to 14 ounces of water, and then just shake it up. So like when you're so crazy busy, you can shake it up, out the door you go. Right. So there's 6 of these all together in. So 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch. Okay. And then we have 2 packets of our Total Control. And get the second one. Now, the Total Control is going to help you with your energy, and it's going to boost your metabolism. It's a tablet that you're going to take right after your breakfast with a full glass of water and shake after your breakfast shake, and then another one after your lunch shake with a full glass of water. There's a total of 6, so there's 3 in each packet. That's why there's only 2. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you had asked one time, sometimes you go out for you have your lunch with your clients or some things like that. So I want to let you know, you can do that shake for dinner too. Oh, so you could do breakfast, then dinner, if that works better for you.
Yes, it may on some days, yeah.
So we're going to do a shake for breakfast, shake for lunch. We're going to have a colorful dinner, and I'm going to go over those options, but we want to talk about snacks next, okay? So for your snacks, we just don't want to get where we feel starving or famished, all right?
Okay.
So I want you to take a look at this snack list, and can you just mark, just a couple that kind of sound good to you, all right? Some jerky, some tuna, some eggs. So those are great options. This is something I would just put in your purse and take with you to get some snacks to have on hand.
So what's my goal for the amount of protein? So
you can see anywhere from that 15 and even 10. So you and I will be communicating that anywhere from that 10 to 15 grams of protein. But I want you to pair it up with a fruit or a veggie, okay? So a good fruit is your berries, your blueberries, your blackberries, strawberries. If you do an apple or a pear, just do small ones. I tend to at first use really big fruits.
Right.
It's still a sugar, it's a natural sugar, but just pair it with something smaller. Or a veggie. So maybe you want some cauliflower or some broccoli. You can pair any of these proteins with that. Okay,
good.
So you'll do about 2 to 3 hours after you have your shake. You're probably going to get that little bit, I'm kind of hungry. Have that snack. Mid-afternoon, the same thing. Okay,
so
does that make sense?
Snacks.
Yep.
Oh,
now, if you're not feeling like I'm not feeling really hungry, you don't have to force yourself to have a snack. Just because you want to be hungry. Don't let yourself go to that starving or famished part. But if you're like, I'm kind of hungry, just have that snack. Okay.
Good.
And then we'll have a colorful dinner. And so, again, here's your protein sources, your chicken, your turkey, your fish. Then we also want to have a healthy carb. So I want to do a sweet potato versus a white potato. I want to do brown rice versus white rice. So here's some just green vegetables. And you can see on this plate, you have your protein, you can do your rice, and you have a nice green leafy lettuce salad. Obviously, beware of the dressings. Always look at those. And the 3 days, we just want to really avoid white bread, alcohol, white rice, refined sugars, white potatoes, and baked goods and candies for these 3 days that we're doing.
So baked. So I can't have sweet potato fries?
I prefer not, just for these 3 days. Okay, there's things that we'll start bringing back in, but for these 3 days. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That's easy.
So I am going to show you actually on my phone. I have some friends of mine that I want to show you their before and after pictures. So in here, if we look here, you can just see some of my friends. Hang on, let me pull this up here. Here we go. All right. And here we go. So here's just, you can see Molly. Molly's down 21.8 pounds. She was getting ready for her wedding. Here is Callie, down 30 pounds. So real close to what you're looking, you know. You have Kristen, Annie, just some good friends. And a lot of these are actually coaching now, but those are the results that they started with. And Robin.
Wow.
Let me just go through a couple more. Here's some guys too. Obviously, we have Jeannie and Shayna down 16 pounds. So here's just some good pictures that just shows people's result. And you know what? These guys started on the 3-day trial. So I always like to just share a few of these to show people what, you know, the results are. All right. Awesome. Okay. Does the shakes and all of that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let me put all of this in your little bag here. And then I'm going to be sending you some texts and some little tips. And so I am going to get your phone number in here.
When should I start this?
So today is Friday.
Okay.
So typically I like to have people start on a Monday. Unless you say you want to start tomorrow.
Well,
Monday?
probably Monday would work best.
Okay. So I have your phone number in here. So Sunday night, I'm going to shoot you a text and a couple pictures that are just some tips. And then I'll be texting you day 1, day 2, day 3.
All right.
And also Sunday night is going to tell you to send me a picture. You put your feet on your scale, send a picture of that to me. Anytime you have questions, do not hesitate, you know, to ask. But I'm going to be touching base with you throughout those 3 days. So one thing we want to set up today is Friday. So if we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we need to meet on Thursday. So it's 3 o'clock. Does 3 o'clock work again on Thursday?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me put that in my phone. And then I'm going to write it right here on my little schedule. So the date will be the 10/6, and we're going to do 3 o'clock. Is that what we said?
3 o'clock.
Right? Okay.
Yes, I'll be here.
Okay. So that's when we're going to meet. And it's $20. And so I'll just swipe my phone.
Excellent.
Got that. And any questions, you let me know. I'm so excited.
You.
I'm super excited for you to get started. Awesome.